Every morning I wake up next to a stranger, and every morning that stranger tells me she's my wife. You want to know what that feels like? Waking up and not knowing the woman lying beside you? Not knowing her name, her voice, the way she takes her coffee. Nothing. It's all blank. Like someone took an eraser to my mind while I slept. The doctors call it anterograde amnesia. Some accident I don't even remember having. They say I can't form new memories anymore. Everything after that day, gone. By morning. My life resets every time I close my eyes. But here's what kills me. Here's what really destroys me inside. She stayed. Her name is Sarah. I know that because I write it down every night. I write everything down. On note cards, in journals, on my phone. Sarah is your wife. You've been married 6 years. She loves you. You love her. I write it all because by morning, it'll all be gone. And every single morning, she wakes up before me. She sits on the edge of the bed and waits. Waits for me to open my eyes and look at her like she's a stranger. Because to me, she is. Good morning, she always says. Soft, gentle, like she's talking to something fragile. And I always say the same thing. Who are you? You should see her face when I say that, even though she knows it's coming, even though it happens every single day. There's this flicker, just a second, where I can see it hurt her. But then she smiles. God, she smiles like nothing's wrong. I'm Sarah. I'm your wife. And then she starts. She tells me the story. Our story. How we met at a coffee shop 7 years ago. How I spilled my drink on her laptop and offered to buy her a new one. How she said no, but gave me her number anyway. How I proposed on a beach at sunset because I'm a cliché like that. She tells me about our wedding, about our honeymoon in Italy, about the little apartment we lived in before we bought this house. She tells me everything, every day, like she's reading me a book I've never heard before. And every day, I fall in love with her all over again.
That's the cruel part, you know? I don't remember loving her, but I feel it. It's like my heart remembers, even when my brain doesn't. I look at her and something inside me just knows. This woman, this beautiful, patient, heartbreaking woman, she's mine, and I'm hers. She shows me pictures, videos on her phone, our wedding day, vacations, birthdays, moments I lived but can't recall. And I watch myself in those videos, smiling, laughing, holding her, and I think, that man knew how lucky he was. But I don't. Not the way he did. She tells me about my routines, what I like for breakfast, that I'm terrible at remembering to take out the trash, that I sing in the shower even though I can't carry a tune. She fills in all the blanks, piece by piece, until I can pretend for a few hours that I'm normal, that we're normal. And at night, before bed, I write it all down again. Everything she told me, every detail. Because I know when I wake up, it'll be gone. I love you. I tell her every night. And I mean it. Even knowing I won't remember saying it. I love you too. She says back. And then she cries. Not in front of me, but I hear her sometimes in the bathroom when she thinks I'm asleep. I hear her breaking apart. But she never tells me that part in the morning. This went on for 2 years. 730 mornings of her reminding me who she is, who we are. 730 nights of me writing it all down just to lose it again. I thought it would go on forever. If you like stories like this one, then like and subscribe to True Side Stories. But then one morning, something changed. I woke up, and she was already awake, sitting on the edge of the bed like always, waiting like always. "Good morning," she said. But before I could say, "Who are you?" something stopped me. A memory. Not from yesterday. Not from the notes I'd written. Something else. I remembered her crying. I remembered waking up in the middle of the night, I don't know when, and seeing her by the window. The moonlight was hitting her face, and she was crying. Not the quiet kind, the kind where your whole body shakes. And I remembered what she said. "I can't do this anymore."
She was whispering it. To herself. To the window. To God, maybe. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being forgotten. I sat there in bed, staring at her, and my heart was pounding because this wasn't in my notes. This wasn't something she told me. This was real. "Sarah," I said. She looked at me, surprised. "You remember my name?" "I remember you crying," I said. "By the window. You said you couldn't do this anymore." Her face went white. "When did I say that?" she asked, but I could tell she already knew. "I don't know. Last night? A week ago? I don't know, but I remember it." She started shaking her head, slowly at first, then faster. No, you can't." "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. My voice cracked. "Every morning you sit here and tell me our story, but you never told me that part." "Because it doesn't matter," she said, but her voice was trembling. "It does matter. Sarah, if you're breaking, if this is killing you, it's not. Too fast, too defensive. Then why did you say it?" She stood up, walked to the window, the same window from my memory, and she just stood there, staring out at nothing. "Because it's true. I can't do this anymore." The room went cold. "I love you," she said, still facing the window. "I love you so much it hurts. But every morning I have to watch you look at me like I'm a stranger. Every single morning I have to convince you that I'm your wife, that we have a life together, that you love me." She turned around, and her eyes were red. "And you do. You fall in love with me every day. But it's not the same. It's not you. It's a version of you that I have to rebuild from scratch every single morning. And I'm tired. I'm so tired." I didn't know what to say. What could I say? "I wake up every day and I lose you. You wake up every day and you lose me, too." She nodded. "Yeah, we both lose." "So what are you saying?" I asked, even though I already knew. "I'm saying I left," she whispered. "What?" 3 days ago, I left. I packed a bag, and I went to my sister's house. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't keep pretending that this was okay, that I was okay." I looked around the room, at the bed, at her side of the closet, and I realized some of her things were gone. "But you're here now," I said. "I came back," she said, "this morning, to tell you goodbye, to explain, because even if you won't remember it tomorrow, I needed you to hear it once." My chest felt like it was caving in. "Don't," I said. "Don't go. I have to. No, you don't. Sarah, please. You won't even remember this conversation, she said, and her voice broke. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up, and I won't be here. You'll read your notes and see that you're married to someone named Sarah, and you'll wonder where she went. And maybe you'll be sad for a few hours, but then you'll forget. You'll forget me. You'll forget this. You'll forget all of it. I remembered you crying, I said. I remembered that. I don't know why. Maybe it was so painful it burned into your brain somehow. But it doesn't change anything. You'll forget this too. She picked up her purse from the dresser, put on her coat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I can't keep losing you. I can't keep falling in love with someone who won't remember me. And she walked toward the door. I wanted to stop her. I wanted to jump out of bed and grab her hand and beg her to stay. But I couldn't. Because what could I promise her? That I'd remember her tomorrow? I couldn't. That this would get better? It wouldn't. She was right. This was torture. For both of us. She stopped at the door, turned back one last time. I love you. The real you. The one who's trapped in there somewhere. I hope you know that. I hope some part of you always knows that. And then she left. I wanted to stop her. I wanted to jump out of bed and grab her hand and beg her to stay. But I couldn't. Because what could I promise her? That I'd remember her tomorrow? I couldn't. That this would get better? It wouldn't. She was right. This was torture. For both of us.
She stopped at the door, turned back one last time. I love you, she said. The real you. The one who's trapped in there somewhere. I hope you know that. I hope some part of you always knows that. And then she left. I sat there, in our bed, in the house we bought together, surrounded by notes and pictures and reminders of a life I couldn't remember. And I cried. Because I knew, by tomorrow, I wouldn't remember this. I wouldn't remember her leaving. I wouldn't remember her pain or mine. But right now, in this moment, I did. And it was unbearable. I picked up my notebook, the one I write in every night, and I wrote, Sarah was your wife. She loved you. You loved her. But she left, because loving you was killing her. And you don't blame her, because you can't even remember her. I'll wake up tomorrow and read that, and I won't understand. I'll just think she left some version of me I don't remember being. But right now, I understand. Right now, I'm the man she fell in love with, and I'm the man who lost her. And by morning, I'll be neither. Just a stranger in an empty house. Be honest. If you were in his place, would you still trust love after that? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what you'd do. And if this story hit you even a little, don't just scroll. Hit that like button and subscribe. Because every story here isn't just a story. It's a reflection of someone's truth. Maybe even yours.